Hey everybody, welcome to Fit Tip Tuesday. Today I'm going to answer a subscriber's question, and it kind of piggybacks off of last week when I showed how to petite the T pattern. And in that video I showed how to shorten the armhole. Today what I want to do is talk about shortening the shoulder seam itself, and I do have other videos for that, and I will put them in the description below. But this was interesting to me because someone asked if they needed to shorten their shoulder a ½ inch, and they also needed to take in the side seams a ½ inch, what could be done to maybe combine those adjustments. So I'm really kind of excited because if you have a top that's too big through the shoulder all the way through down to the side seam, I think the first thing I might say to you is go down one size, because it may be that you're just working with a pattern that's, you know, a size too big. Because if it's a ½ inch too, if the shoulder seam is a ½ inch too long, you have extra here, and then you have extra down the entire front where you have to take in your side seams, then maybe try one size down. Okay. All right, having said that, I'm also going to show you how to take in the shoulder a ½ inch and take your side seams in a ½ inch, just in case you don't have the option to go down a size. Maybe you are working with a multi-size pattern and you're already at the smallest size in that size grouping. So, you know, in case going down a size doesn't, you know, isn't an option, let me show you how to do it. Okay, so I've got a front and a back here, and what I'm going to do is I am going to draw a line through the middle of my shoulder all the way down to the hem. We'll start in the front here. Okay, so the best part about this adjustment is we don't have to involve the armhole at all, because if we need to take in the shoulder area and also the side seam, then all we have to do is split the pattern and overlap. So I'm going to go ahead and draw myself a ½ inch guideline here. And because I'm working with a half scale pattern, I'm just going to make it a little bit smaller. All right, so there's my guideline. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut on one of the vertical lines, and I'm just going to slide that in. All right, so see, essentially what we've done now is we've taken in a ½ inch all the way down. So our shoulder is a ½ inch shorter, and I also took in the side seam area a ½ inch as well, because basically what I did here was I just took the whole thing in a ½ inch. Let me just mark the overlap so you can see where we took it in. So essentially we took it in through here. All right, so now that I've done that, one thing that might be an issue is you may need a little bit of extra room through the bust area, and let it come out a little bit and then put it back in. And I'm going to color this so you can see what I'm doing here. Okay, it's going to make a little bit of a curve. Okay, so I'm going to curve my side seam in that area. Okay, and then what you're going to do is you're going to, on the back, you're going to mark that 6-inch area, and you're going to ease in the curved side seam into that area. Okay, so it may be that, you know, curving this out a little bit is going to make the side seam a little bit longer, but it's going to give you a little bit more room through your bust, okay, if you need it. So this is a way to combine shortening your shoulder, taking in your side seams, but then adding in a little bit adding in a little bit of room for your bust. So I'm just going to cut this out so you can see what I did here. It looks kind of like a mess, but basically that's what my new side seam is shaped like. And you can see that a curved line is longer than a straight line. So that's why if you're going to do this, mark whatever this distance is from here to here, mark that on your back. That way you can ease in the extra length through here, which will also help fit your bust. You know, especially if your shape, if you can see your bust in your silhouette, meaning you have fullness along the sides, this is another like micro way or just a little bit of an adjustment that can help the fronts of your shirts fit a little bit better. Okay, so that's how you deal with that. And then of course, in the back, we're just going to do the same thing. I'm just going to, if you shorten the shoulder in the front, you also have to shorten it in the back the same amount so the shoulder seams match. So I'm just going to go ahead and shorten my shoulder and take in, you know, the back side seam as well. All right, so now I've got my shortened shoulder, my shortened or taken in side seams, and we've added a little bit of room back in for the bust and the front if taking it in across your bust is going to make it too tight. It's really important to make notches that you can then ease in that extra. So however long it is vertically in the front, make matching notches on your back side seam so you can ease that in. That's an easy way to take in your shoulder, take in the side seams, but then put a little bit back at the bust if you need it. If you have any questions or comments about this adjustment, please let me know and I will help you. On Friday, we are going to be doing part 3 of the pattern hack attack, where I'm going to actually show you how to cut out the pieces and sew them together. I'm thinking we can probably do this in one episode because I think it'll go together pretty quickly. So if you missed any of the pattern hack steps, check out last Friday's part 2 where I showed how to do the statement sleeve, or in part 1 I gave 2 different neckline options as well as showing you how to crop the body of the tee. So I will see everybody Friday at 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time for FabFit Friday, part 3 of the Pattern Hack Attack. I hope you had a wonderful Labor Day weekend. I forgot to wish everybody a happy holiday last week, so now I'm hoping everybody had a lovely holiday weekend. And thank you for watching, and enjoy the rest of your Tuesday.